Broncos country, what is going on? Hope you guys are enjoying your Thursday. I am here with my other counterpart to the BLUCIFER boys, Strez. How are you doing, man, today? Sorry, it doesn't seem like we got the Twitter link going right now, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, I have to have a premium Twitter subscription to do that. I ain't paying $5 to go live on something that I can go live on another place for free.
Ex- I I don't even know I was subscribed, but I guess I am,
Yeah,
man.
you do have a blue check mark, Dave. You do. You're an official guy. I'm
I
just
gotta
some
stop
random talking
supporting
head over there.
Elon Musk, man. But it's a necessary evil right now. So, hey, Straz, how you doing? We're going to break down the Colts game, preview all the keys to victories. Daniel Jones, like elite. He sure looked like an MVP. But before we get into that, Straz, I got to get your thoughts, man. What did you think of how this game played out against the Titans?
Dude, I was never worried that we weren't going to win, but I started to get a little bit of a forehead sweat going there at like the third quarter. I'm like, oh my God, is this really we really about
Right.
to do this? But the defense like just kept coming up time after time after time. It was just like the
Hmm.
2015 season. Like the offense was just looking terrible, and then the defense bailed us out. And if they can do that, and we can figure it out in the run game like we did in the second half, and the offense cleans it up and we just take care of the football, I think this team's going to win a lot of football games. So after it took me a couple days to relax on the offense and stuff, and I just kind of rewatched a little bit of it, and I was like, I think Bo was just overly aggressive. I think he knew that we were the better team in this game, and he was just trying to be something that he was trying to play hero ball when we don't need him to play hero ball. It's just kind of what that felt like. But
Yeah, can't help but agree with that, man. I've broken it down a handful of times on this channel, what the issues that I had with Bo Nix, but I think there was just a lot of anxious energy. I think he played outside of himself, outside
yeah,
of the game plan, outside of the offense. But I will say it was nice. Thank God we got Cortland Sutton, man. If Cortland Sutton isn't there to catch those 50 balls, man, we might have lost even with this fantastic performance from the defense. And then, dude, how good did it feel to see those big runs by RJ Harvey and JK Dobbins?
dude, we had 150 on the ground, and like 20
Yeah.
of it was Bo scrambling.
Yes.
That is huge improvements from last year. Averaged five and a half, I think, something
Hmm.
like that on the ground. No, just five even
Okay.
on the ground. And I mean, RJ Harvey, that 50-yard run got him up to 70 yards on the day. Looked so good, so fast. He almost outran that angle. Like the dude had to dive. The guy started out ahead of him and then eventually had an angle on him, but still had to dive to tackle him out of bounds. Like that's how you know RJ is fast. And everybody, for all the people out there that are in my TikTok comments and my YouTube comments talking about how RJ looked kind of slow on that play, he is 5'8". That's why he looks slow. He was moving 20 miles an hour. Come on, dude's
Yeah.
got the juice.
Yeah. It was a tough angle to take it to the house from.
Yeah,
And I thought that he looked fantastic. We got to get him more touches this week. I'm
yeah,
curious to see what he can do with some more pass protection. But I think both him and J.K. Dobbins had some really good runs to where we've seen in years past, like if there's not necessarily a big hole there, our guys aren't getting through and making much of it. And I think both of them had instances to where they were not only making the most of some of this blocking, but they were making it look better than what it was at different points. What
yeah.
were your thoughts on that, as well as some people have had some hot takes or some big opinions on the performance of the offensive line. I want to hear what you think about that.
I thought the O line played perfectly fine. I was actually just looking at the pass rush and the run block win rates for
Oh,
this week. Our run block win rate was 73%, which was 10th in the NFL. And then our pass block win rate was a nice 69%, which had us at 11th in the NFL. So the offensive line played, I would say it was probably a step back from what they played last season. But like the middle of that Tennessee Titans D line has some beef. Like maybe some of the better D tackles we'll see this season, I think, are like Simmons by himself is just like a mammoth of a human being. Like he's like 300 pounds and like solid muscle. We did the best we could do against the guy. You know what I mean? So I'm not freaking out about the offensive line. I think that they did perfectly fine. I think you hit the nail on the head though. Like I think that there was some game one jitters. Because I think the team knows that there is some expectations on us this year. And I think that there
Especially
was
from BLUCIFER boys.
yeah, that's very, very true. Yeah. I'm changing it to 17. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think that there was like you said, some nervous energy there. Some like, I don't know. It was
Did you
just
catch
like,
him yelling at Sean Payton on like the second drive for getting
yeah,
the play
what
call
was
late?
that part did get under my skin a little bit. I'm like, why is it taking so long to get these is it not scripted? What are we doing? Why is this taking so long? That
No,
part
man.
drove me nuts.
I'm like, man, we're already yelling at each other. We're not even a full quarter in, man. Yeah,
That's
hopefully.
just shows you right there though that like this team has high expectations of themselves
Mhm.
and that they actually envision themselves being a team that's going to be competing late in the season, right? That was like, but at the same time, it's like, Sean, just get the play calls in. This is the Titans. It doesn't need to be complicated. So,
Yeah, and real quick there's something I want to say about the offensive line. I want to give a shout out to some people in the chat. Jay Weaver, of course, subscribe and follow his show over at the Orange and Blue Network. He said, "What's up, boys? I'll be in Indy this weekend for the game. Can't wait
ooh,
to lose my voice. LFG, baby. That sounds fun." And I'm jealous. I wish I could go to the game. And Anthony saying, "Hey, David, is Jones good? Definitely not under pressure. Watched many Giants games. I will agree with you." And Marky Sports had a great interview with a Colts podcaster breaking down the game. So go check him out. Now, I will say, with the offensive line blocking, when we're talking about, okay, we finished 11th in terms of win rate. I think we all have kind of felt that maybe this is like a top 7-ish, maybe on a good day, like a top 5 offensive line. I
yeah,
would say finishing just outside the top 10, maybe that is just a notch below like expectation. But I think kind of being around, a top 10 unit, I think is pretty par for the course for this offensive line. So
yeah,
that's interesting. I know you can't judge the whole performance off of just win rate. You definitely want to win the most important downs and situations, which I think we didn't always do that. Play calling aside, yeah, I just don't think we did. But also, man, I just feel like Bo Nix did not make the offensive line look very good
no,
with his
he didn't.
skittish pocket presence, man.
Yeah, he was doing that thing where he like runs up in the pocket instead of just stepping up in the
And
pocket.
throwing off of his right foot,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I was just sitting there on the couch. I'm like, Bo, why are we doing this again? Like, you haven't done this since like week 6 last year. Like, set your feet. You're fine. You've got plenty of time. Trust your offensive line. It's the same 5 guys you had there last year. Trust them. You got
Yeah.
sacked like 3 times last year. You'll be
Uh,
okay.
yeah. Yeah. Hopefully we just rid all that stuff out. And I was not expecting to be worried about this Colts game a week ago. I mean, I think we even talked about this feeling like it's extended preseason. No,
Game
no
1
longer.
was luckily.
Yeah. But going into week 2, it's no longer week 5 of preseason, man. The Colts, Lou Emer, can never say his name right. Their new DC, Emerumo. Dude,
Yeah.
this guy can draw it up. And I mean, I feel like I said this coming into the year, Mike McDaniel, this is the end. This is the end for it. As much as I love him, as funny as I think he is, it's just not going to happen, especially with Tua. Did not expect them to get blown out. I did expect the Colts to win, but Daniel Jones was amazing. I'm going to read a stat line here for you very quickly. He was 22 of 29 for 75.9% completion percentage, 272 yards, and a touchdown. What the heck? And of course, that defense, they almost pitched a shutout. They did for most of the game against Miami. They won 33-8. but quarterback rating of 115.9 for Daniel, the franchise, Jones. What are your overall thoughts right now? And then we can kind of get into, specific keys and things you're looking for. But overall thoughts about this matchup, how you're feeling about it now as opposed to when the season started.
I still feel the exact same way. Whatever that Dolphins team was, whatever they fielded on Sunday, was probably 31 spots behind what this defense is going to look like for Daniel Jones this week. Not concerned about it at all. And as far as the Colts defense versus the Broncos offense, like, I'll take Sean Payton against almost any defensive coordinator head to head, like in a coaching matchup. Like, I think that the Colts outcoached and were better prepared going into week one than the Dolphins were. The Dolphins looked so bad, so soft. They didn't even look like they wanted to be out there playing football at times. And sure, Daniel Jones threw for 272 against who? Like, both of their best cornerbacks got injured in this game.
Yeah.
Like I'm not at all concerned about Daniel freaking Jones beating the Denver Broncos.
Dude.
Jonathan Taylor, different conversation.
Right.
Daniel Jones ain't going to beat us.
I feel like that has to be the name of the game, man. Like last year, put the ball in Anthony Richardson's hands. Thank God we were able to do that in the second half, kind of with the assistance of Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, need him to drop one at the goal line again.
But I think right now, in terms of when we're looking at this Colts defense going up against the Broncos, I do hope and expect for us to have more offensive success, particularly. You brought this up to me earlier. Thanks for sending this to me. Dude, they got Trevarius Ward out and Jalen Jones out with a hamstring, dude. So we're going to be going up against some backup DBs. And, yeah, this might be a breakout game, hopefully, for one of our young offensive weapons, whether that's Troy Franklin or Marvin Mims.
Yeah, and, like, size-wise, how big is Xavier Howard?
Let me take a look here.
6'1", 203? Yeah, good luck on Cortland Sutton, bud.
Yeah, that's right. Cortland, top 5 wide receiver Broncos history when it's all said and done. Sutton.
Yeah. So I'm like not concerned about this at all. I know Liatu Letu also popped up on the injury report this week. I mean, he's their best pass rusher. Obviously DeForest, what's his last name? Buckner.
Yes.
He's solid in that front seven.
Yeah, he had 3
but like
tackles. Yeah.
overall, like I'm not concerned about this defense really at all. I think, and I think especially after Bo's performance last week, one of the things that we all talk about around Broncos country is that Bo doesn't make the same mistake twice. And I do not. Bo had a 3 interception game against the Colts last year. Like I don't think people remember that. He played a horrible game against the Colts last year. He's the reason we were in the situation that we were in that game last year.
He threw 3 picks.
I think it was 3. It was definitely 2.
Man,
let me look that up real quick just to confirm. I'm pretty sure it was 3. Broncos Colts 2024. Yeah, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 20 for 33. Bo did not have a good game. Like it was a bad game. And after what happened last week, I don't anticipate him having another game like that. I just don't.
No.
And so he's going to take care of the football. Sean's going to. I think part of the play calling thing too was Bo checking out of some called runs. I don't think Bo's going to do that this week. I think he's going to be able to trust the run game. He's going to be able to turn around, hand it off to our dogs at running back, and we're going to be able to do that. And then we're going to be able to put a lot of pressure on them on defense. And so, like, I'm still like not concerned about this football game.
I love that. And I wanted to bring up this comment here from Anthony saying Jones's success is due to no film in a weak Dolphins team. And I think that very well could be the case, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have a book out yet, so to speak, on how this Daniel Jones led offense is going to do everything. But hey, I'm confident. I'm confident in our coaching staff. I think that when I'm looking at this matchup from like a bird's eye like point of view, I think that we got the coaching advantage. I think Indianapolis' strengths, in my opinion, it's on the lines, but I think we're just as good, if not better, like on our defensive line, for instance. So they got corners out. We got a healthy defense, sort of. Did you hear that? Yeah, you sent this to me too.
Yeah, I sent you both of those. Yeah.
Alex Singleton, he broke his thumb.
Yeah, he actually fractured it in a different spot. How's that even? Didn't he have it like in a club?
Dude,
I thought that he was going to have like his entire hand wrapped. When I saw that news, I'm like, how does that even happen?
Bionicle thumb,
or just like tape it down to his hand like this. He doesn't need his thumb out. Alex Singleton is not there to intercept the football. He's there to make tackles. You don't need a thumb to do that. Just tape it down. It's the fourth quarter, the whole game for Alex Singleton. Just tape it down.
Oh, man, I just cannot believe that, man. I didn't
It
know
is weird.
thumbs were so fragile, man. And it's not an injury. I feel like that happens very often.
Maybe it's like a concussion though. Like if you get you get your first one, like the next one's just easier. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think where I feel Douglas is bringing this up here, where this game will be won, is with our defense. Our defense is amazing. Might I even say they're elite? I mean, they had 6 sacks this past week. They didn't generate any turnovers, though. So that's got to change. It's in Daniel Jones' DNA. We've seen it over the last, 5 years or so that he's been in the NFL. This is who he is. And Douglas is bringing this up. This is a great stat. Thank you. Jones's average release time, 2.55 seconds. The Broncos' average rush to quarterback was under 2.5 seconds this week against the Titans. And you saw Nick Bonito already making that contract. It was already a bargain to start with.
Yep.
And now it's just looking even more like a bargain, man. He was in the backfield like that on run plays, on pass rushes. I know.
I'll give you a guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll give you a guess on who the number one player was in pass rush win rate this week.
Oh yeah, you know it was Nick Bonito. Yeah,
Yep.
all pro.
8 wins on 18 snaps, 18 pass rush snaps. Had a 44% pass rush win rate.
Yeah, we better not hear any more slander about Nick Bonito, especially once he leads the league in sacks this year. That's what I'm saying.
He's going to have to get going. Myles Garrett teed off on Joe Burrow a little bit last week.
Oh, for real? Well, don't we get the Bengals later this year too? So
I think so.
Yeah, we can make up for it. So Nova coming in here saying, I don't think Denver is that good. Well, hopefully this week they're going to be better than the Colts, man. That's and it's going to be important for us to stop Jonathan Taylor. I think he did average. This is kind of weird. He did average less than 4 yards a carry, I think, against a pretty bad Miami Dolphins defense. But this dude carved us up last year. I felt like in the first half last year. Yeah, like it has to be first priority. And whether it's Justin or not, I still think we'll see a lot of him. But we cannot let them get a run game, because if they're throwing off a play action, dude, the one guy I'm terrified of is Tyler Warren. I feel like this guy is going to obliterate us, man, if they have a passing game. He's the guy. He's the guy I'm terrified of.
He is fun. I was able to snag him in one of my rookie drafts, so that was fun. But I feel like we just drafted the answer for him. Just put Jahdae Barron out there.
Dude.
Man coverage. You won the Thorpe Award. Just put him on him. Jahdae's got size. He's got speed. It would be perfectly fine. Or if they wanted to, just bring PS2 inside. let him cover him,
Didn't
and
we
then
do that
put.
with Brock Bowers a little bit in the second game last year
I
against the
think we
Raiders?
did, yeah, and
Kind of
he had a
bracketed him with
much
PS2 and
less.
Brandon Jones.
He had a much less productive game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I think the Broncos have so many ways that they're able to do stuff defensively just because of the way that the roster is constructed. So I've like Tyler Warren is a dog. He was, my favorite tight end coming out obviously this last year. But I think that the Broncos have an answer for everything that they have coming at our way on offense.
And I will add, Justin Sternad. I thought he looked good against the Titans, man. He was all over the place. I was very pleased with him, and I think I thought he had a good performance against the run. I don't know what PFF graded him out as or anything like that, but I think he had a TFL or two. He was flying all over the place, showed good sideline to sideline speed. He's another asset I think that could help shut down Tyler Warren. Whereas in that first game against the Raiders, I don't really think we were using him too much. Maybe it was Cody Barton. It's hard for me to remember who our linebackers were at that point in that first game.
Actually, I think you're right.
Yeah, but we will see. Pittman guarded, and PS2 obviously can handle anybody. I think that this is a good matchup for Riley Moss as well, as Riley is a very physical corner. Pittman is kind of built in that Cortland Sutton type of mold. He's not going to burn you with blazing speed, but he's very physical. That's Riley Moss's game as well. So, yeah, let's have this be the Jahdae Barron breakout right now, right? I mean, Jaquan
McMillan really can get the job done too. I think whoever we have in there at nickel would be fine. The only reason I say go with Jahdae Barron is he's bigger than J-Mac.
Yes,
that's my only thing is when you want them to cover the tight end, you want to have at least some size. Because I mean, I think it wasn't the first catch from Brock Bowers last year. Didn't he moss Jaquan McMillan?
It wasn't. I don't know if it was the first catch. Wait, the first catch. It wasn't a touchdown, right? Or was it that 80-yard touchdown that he scored?
Yeah, he jumped up and mossed. I think it was Jaquan McMillan.
Yeah.
That tells you everything that you need to know right there. It's you need a little bit of size if you're going to have a nickel cover a tight end.
Yes. And Anthony's bringing this up. They got great.
They have a good pass. They have a great offensive weapons.
Josh Downs, Alec Pierce is probably the guy you're missing. So I think they have some quality wide receivers. I think they're a little bit more proven than our group right now too, or maybe around the same. But a lot of people are really high on Downs. I think Pierce had some good games last year, and then Tyler Warren. I think again he's going to be the key. I think that this, we'll switch things up, but I do think that this is a team to where we can kind of play to our strengths. You want to blitz and play man coverage and get pressure on Daniel Jones, man. We have to.
We need him to make
him stressed.
I don't think it's going to be hard to make Danny Dimes make a mistake. I really don't.
It was PJ.
It was PJ Locke. That's right.
PJ, yeah. Sorry, Jaquan.
I'll take it back. My bad, 2-9. My bad.
Yeah, we love you, man. Yeah. Let's Mark saying, hey, got to take care of Josh Downs, have Barron cover one of the tight ends. I think that would be I think that would be fantastic.
Josh Downs, the older brother of Ohio State legend Caleb Downs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They have a pretty cool podcast, by the way. If you haven't listened to them and you just like listening to two guys talk ball, I think it's called Downs to Business.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Josh Downs and Caleb Downs.
Okay. I forgot, Strez. I need to make a very important announcement before it's too late. Talking about flagship sponsor of the channel, and we're going to go through my plays that I got this week here in just a moment, very briefly. It is Profit X, your number one sports prediction market in all of America, available in 40 plus states, including Texas, where I reside. Okay. Colorado as well. And because this is a peer-to-peer market, you get way better odds than a sports book versus the house. So you get pretty much the best spreads, odds, any of that on on anything you're looking to play, whether that's total, money line, spread, player prop. So use my promo code Dave in the description of this video and claim up to $200 in profit cash on all plays for the first 30 days playing on the site's terms and conditions apply. With that being said, thank you, Profit X. But let's take a look here at what I got. Right here. Okay. Now I did win right on the money, Strez. I got plus 100 odds last week against the Titans at +8 or at -8. So we hit that. It was beautiful. Right on the money. So I'm feeling good. Right now, just throwing a little bit of profit cash here. Broncos -2.5. So a point greater than what the current spread is on most sites, which is -1.5. I got a nice little +110. +110. I also got some money on my Buffs over on 45 against Houston tomorrow. I don't know if we'll see any defense tomorrow along with my Buffs. I can't bet against the Buffs, man. I just can't do it. Or I can't play against the Buffs, rather.
Shout out Martin Luther Staub, though. Man.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. It is entertaining every week. So, man, I love it, man. -2.5 on the Broncos for +110. So hopefully I can generate another $1.10 of profit cash. So that's how I'm feeling about this game right now. Is there any more kind of keys to victory? I feel like we need to talk a little bit more about the offense, man, going up against this defense. What do you want to see? Who do you want to see featured? Are there even any particular kinds of plays you want to see called against the Colts as opposed to whatever that was we watched last week?
Yeah, both of the long runs, the touchdown run from JK and the long run from RJ Harvey, were both over the left side, cutting back across to the opposite A gap. And both then breaking out from there back to the left side of the field, which is kind of bizarre how they both kind of went this way and then this way and then back across. Kind of really interesting. RJ's was out of pistol. And I actually, with the way that this backfield is structured, I really want to see more of those counters, those counters, those gap schemes, and the inside or the outside zone out of the pistol, because it gets Bo back away from the line of scrimmage. So if it does become a straight drop back, then it's only a 5-step drop from there, and he doesn't have to turn around too far if it's a play action and have his back to the defense too long. So it could really, it's like a nice middle ground between the shotgun and under center. That's one of the things that I love about the pistol. And two, it's easy to check if you have a zone called or a run play called and you've got numbers to one side or the other. It's easy to just check to the other side of the line, yes. Right? Like if you've got a zone called, to the right, I don't know, call it Tiger or something. It's easy. You get up to the line of scrimmage and Bo sees, oh, we've got 4-on-4 over here instead of 4-on-5 over here. I'm going to check. I'm going to kill. We're going to go lion, right? Which these are just like zone calls that I'm thinking in my head that, are like classic zone calls. And you're in the pistol. Running back doesn't have to change sides. Nobody has to do anything. All you have to do is turn around and hand the ball off a different direction. So I want to see some more stuff out of the pistol this week. And I also want to see us establish the run earlier in the game without Bo like checking out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bo was like what he was seeing, what their rules are for when he can check at the line of scrimmage, but I want him to trust the situations that Sean's going to put him in a little bit more and kind of run with it and then adjust from there after we see kind of how they react, because that's the whole point of the first 10 scripted plays, right? It's to see how the defense is going to, what kind of personnel they're going to put in against the personnel we have and how they're going to cover it, how they're going to align against that kind of stuff. It's a chess match. So trust Sean on the first 10. And then again after that, like trust your eyes, trust what you saw, and just go with it there. I really do think like I have no concerns about the defense in this game. I really do think that this Denver Broncos defense is always going to be perfectly fine. Um, I think the thing is going to have to be always getting laundry put in here. The difference is going to have to be the Broncos offense. Like they cannot look worse than they looked last week, and they have to take a step this week.
Yes. The biggest thing I want to see from Bo is just a return to fundamentals, man. Just a return to making sure his footwork's good. He's setting his feet. If he's rolling out, he's not rushing anything. Heck, I think maybe it was more of an issue this past week of him rushing things in the pocket than being outside the pocket. So let's see him calm the footwork down. Okay. And again, play with confidence with what he's saying. Now, I do want to see us establish a run game, Strez. I do. I have been craving that right alongside you for many moons now. But they got their starting corners out. It would not shock me.
Yeah, I
Sean
mean,
Payton takes some deep shots here to start the game, just to put a little test on them. See how ready they are for a guy like Marvin Mims or Troy Franklin downfield. I would like to see those guys get involved earlier in the game. I think if they get involved or they're featured earlier in the game, I think that serves everybody better because normally Bo is kind of going to court in crunch time as we get greater into the game, minus that 4th and 9 call or 4th and 8 call, whatever. You just missed them wide open. But
Simmons was in his face pretty quickly there. I'll cut Bo a little bit of slack on that.
Yeah, I'll cut him all the slack because it just shouldn't have been called at all.
Also probably true.
Right. So, I think you'll see some deep shots. I'm totally okay with that. But definitely, I always think about the Bucs game, how even though they came out passing it a ton, not saying we do that, but just having the state of mind from the play calling perspective to get Bo in a rhythm quickly. Have them just give them a couple simple concepts just to identify, make a quick read and throw off of. Stuff that's not necessarily super long developing. You can do that.
Yeah.
How about some slants?
Yeah. So
Troy Franklin can hit some slants.
Absolutely. So some of those quick back step out, 3 steps, back step balls out.
Yeah.
Those kind of timing things just to get Bo comfortable, get him into the rhythm of the offense. I'm right there with you. I wouldn't be like maybe first play, dude, play action pass, deep shot, just do it.
Yeah.
Whatever, whoever's gonna cover whoever the backup cornerback is, the third stringer, whoever it's gonna be covering whichever receiver is not that he's whoever it is. Run a shot play with that guy. I don't care who it is. Just run a shot play. If it's Court, fine, throw it up. If it's Troy, fine, throw it deep. If it's Marv, fine, throw it deep. Just do something.
Yeah, whoever these guys are going to be, I can look it up in a second. But remember when Levi Wallace came in and Jameis Winston, and did we play another game prior to that with Levi Wallace, like after Riley Moss got hurt? I'm trying to remember, but they picked on him all game. And
I think it was just the Browns game.
Let's pick on whoever those guys are, as you said, all game.
Xavier Howard and Mekhi Blackman is who it looks like it's going to be.
Mekhi Blackman? Did he play at CU?
USC.
Yeah, I knew he played at Colorado. 2018 to 2021. And then USC is final year.
Yeah.
How about that?
So yeah, that looks like that too. It's gonna be him and Xavier Howard. And then Kenny Moore at nickel.
Okay. All right, Mekhi Blackman, you're about to learn Troy Franklin, all these guys. Get ready. And dude, we didn't even talk about Evan Ingram. Bruise on his calf. He was a full participant today, so he should be good to go.
Yeah, I do expect him to be good to go. I think everybody on the injury report will be good to go except for Trey Greenlaw. Shocker. I'm like at the point where I'm just like, just put him on IR and bring him in when we need him.
I think we're holding him out for this Chargers game because,
That's
in
next
the
week, right?
words of Straz, you said, I'm not worried about this game at all defensively.
Yeah, and we're just fine at linebacker.
I think we played
For
just
these,
fine last year.
yeah, Justice
Or last week.
Renard played just fine last week. There's no reason to rush Dre Greenlaw back. You're absolutely right because we've got the Chargers next week. So
Now, the Raiders are my upset pick of the week over the Chargers. I think the Raiders are going to get it done.
I saw that today. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The Raiders don't suck, man.
I agree. But also watching the Chargers play last Friday, they are maybe a different brand of Chargers that were, because I was 100% convinced that they were going to Charger that game away.
Me too.
And it never happened.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I just got to see it. This is a typical Chargers letdown coming up, after a big win like this. So let's see if, the Raiders get harbaugh'd or not. But let's get to some predictions, dude. You got a score prediction for this game?
Yeah. So looking at what it is right now, the spread is 1.5. Over under is 43.5. Is what I'm seeing. So I don't know. I feel like the Broncos could win this game by a touchdown. I could see something like 24-14 Denver.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm sitting.
I like that.
I don't know how confident I am in that pick, but I think 24 sounds nice.
I would like to think that we score some more points. So I'll change it up, man. Give me. I just don't see this defense giving up a lot of scores. So I'll go with 27-16, dude. On the road.
So that'd be a statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if we
this is predicated on us winning the turnover battle, not having 4 turnovers to 0 this week.
I mean, if we didn't have 4 turnovers last week, how many points did we score against the Titans?
Yeah, dude. It's over.
It would have been a blowout. So, yeah, all we got to do is take care of the football, and we're golden. That's truly how I feel about this football game because Daniel Jones is not going to beat us. That's just not.
Can't happen, dude. We got to win these games if we're going to go win the AFC West. This is the year for us to do it, man.
Exactly. And if you can't go 2-0 when you start out against the Titans and the Colts, we're in for a long season.
Yeah. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to the franchise punter we got now. Jeremy Crawshaw looked phenomenal, man.
It did look good. I don't really care that much, but he looked good.
Dude, I was so happy. I was so excited to watch those punts, even though there was obviously frustration for having to punt it.
Yeah.
I think he had 3 inside the 10-yard line. So if there is an instance where we do have to punt in this dome, dude, he's going to obliterate it. He's going to crush it.
Play the field position battle.
Yes. Took the words right out of my mouth. So, man, I can't wait. I know the Colts, they usually give us some trouble, but this is the year of expectation. This is a different Broncos team. And I'm not going to overreact to how sloppy things were week 1. Hopefully we just flushed all that out of our system.
Yeah.
And we can play within ourselves coming up in Indianapolis. Oh, yeah. Letu Latu. I think you said this earlier.
Yeah.
Injured his hamstring in practice and was a DNP today. Ooh. That's not good.
Yeah. You lose your best pass rusher. Without your best pass rusher and then 2 of your corners are not playing this week, if Bo doesn't have a good game, then it might be time to panic. But until then, I think it's okay. I think it's fine.
Now, did Lucas Kroll practice? Or not Lucas Kroll, Nate Atkins?
I am not
Yes, he was
sure.
limited today. I see it. I love that. Give me Nate Atkins in this game, dude. If Nate Atkins plays in this game, I'm calling it. Stress, he gets a touchdown. He gets a touchdown, dude.
I want to see Evan Ingram get in the end zone. Damn
Dude,
it.
me too. I want to see him featured. I want to see him stay healthy. Please, God. Please, God. Because we don't got anybody behind him. So be very careful. Stress, thank you so much. BLUCIFER boys, it's the best Thursday night Broncos podcast
Agreed.
out there.
And who doesn't, I mean, there aren't enough Broncos podcasts out there already. So, like, this is an important show that we have because there just aren't enough Broncos podcasts that exist.
Dude, right?
So,
So Nate Atkins will play week 3, hopefully. That is
okay.
the word. And I think I do remember seeing that tweet from Cliss Mark now that you bring it up. Thank you. Strez, what do you got going on Broncos Hub and Washed Up Sports for your number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes, right? They're still number 1, right?
Still number 1. Will be all season. They got Ohio this week. Not a big thing, but the Water Boys College Football Show are taking over the tailgate again at the Florida LSU game. So a couple of our guys will be down there, including this is cool. I love being able to say this. Trevon Boykin is a member of the Washed Up Sports. We've got the former TCU great.
Okay.
He's a part of the Washed Up
before the Alamo Bowl. I remember.
I know. And that's something that he is openly, talking about how he's working to take care of that stuff and growing up from his past and stuff. So he's going to be there. So if you guys are interested in anything in college football, come check us out on Saturday. We'll be live over on the Water Boys College Football Show pretty much the entire day. I don't know if we're doing a pregame show or not. If we are, we'll be live at 8 a.m. You'll see my beautiful face over there talking some college ball for a couple hours. And then Washed Up Sports, we've got all of our week 2 picks video just came out today. So go and check those out. That's on the Washed Up Football, which is a part of Washed Up Sports Network.
Do you have an upset pick of the week?
Oh, do I have an upset pick of the week? Let me go and look at my picks for this week. I think I picked 2. I have the Falcons beating the Vikings.
I'm with you on that.
Michael Penix looked really awesome last week. And then I don't know if this is an upset or not, but I have Houston winning at home against the Buccaneers.
Ooh, okay.
I'll take CJ Stroud at home any day of the week. So those are kind of my 2 picks. I don't know if either of those is like technically an upset, but yeah.
Saints over Niners. You heard it here first. That's my other upset.
No belief in McCorkle Jones?
No, I can't do it. And
he lit us up at the
preseasons on IR. So
he lit us up at the preseasons. I'm like, maybe Mac isn't too bad.
Yeah, maybe he's elite now. So again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Fortnite getting in here, saying, yeah, he thinks Bo Nix will play well. I agree. Bo will settle in, man. There's a lot. It's always best to correct after a win like that, right? We're going to be just fine, I think, going on the road, hopefully taking care of business in dominating fashion, and then getting ready for the real season to start to hit, and that is division play against the LA Chargers. So, Strez, any other final thoughts?
I don't know. I think everybody
you like the new stadium? You like all that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't really have like an opinion either way. I've never been to a Broncos game, so I like don't know what it's like in the stadium. I don't know anything about the surrounding area because I'm not from Denver. So I like learning about this and hearing about it. I'm like learning from all just secondhand, like what everybody else is saying out there. I do love that the ownership group is footing the entire bill.
Yeah, dude.
That's great. They're working with some of the local neighborhoods in the surrounding area around that historic area to like create jobs and put in like supermarkets and stuff like that. So because like sometimes stuff like this can be a little bit of a gentrification process and really hike up some low income neighborhoods. I don't know what the neighborhoods are like around that area, but I would love it if they were able to help take care of the surrounding people and help them kind of live a little bit of a better life.
Yeah. and it's a space that's not really being utilized, as
Yeah.
most of it is a stockyard. So it's an area that needs to be revitalized. The current location, you just can't put a lot of stuff around it. And
No.
as much as I love Meow Wolf, you're not going to a Broncos game and Meow Wolf in the same day. You're just not. Just
Yeah.
like you're not doing mushrooms before going to a Broncos game. It's just not. You're
What
not doing that.
what is Meow Wolf? What is
Only
this?
only the greatest experiential art like exhibit museum ever.
Oh,
The only way I can describe it is like Disney World or like Alice in Wonderland, like for adults. Like you don't need to
weird.
do mushrooms and you just feel like you're on it. And they got all these different rooms that are different worlds and they're like based off of like movies and there's mysteries to solve. Dude, every time I go, I spend like 3-4 hours in there.
I've
And
never heard of it, but again, it's like I'm
you
not
fan
from
of
there. I've
Back to
never
the
been around.
Future? They got like a Back to the Future area, and it's like the Pizza Pals room is like my favorite. You got like um all these characters from Pizza Pals, they're all kind of like doing drugs. And then you got DA Breadsticks that's like getting at everybody.
I'm gonna have to go to a game and experience this for myself.
Yeah, yeah. It's right by Empower Field, a mile high. Anyways, I love that staying downtown. That was the thing and it's
Yeah.
actually going to a better area of downtown because
Yeah.
being on the west side of 25 was a little bit removed from everything going on with Ball Arena, what the Cronkies are doing now. So this is going to be a better location. It's very close to where the current stadium's at, just on the east side.
I did see that
Interstate.
on the Google Maps, like the photos that everybody is sharing and stuff. But the retractable roof.
What are your thoughts on that?
I know that we want to host a Super Bowl, but part of the ambiance of Denver Broncos football is like it just like when you watch it on TV, it just looks different because of the way that the sun shines in Denver, it just looks different. So I don't know. It's not going to be the same because the retractable roof isn't really ever fully open. Maybe they can figure out how to make it like completely open, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be weird because like you do want to have it open to the elements. You do want to have like wind and different things like that as a factor. I've been to 2 games at Arrowhead, Stress, and they were miserable, dude. They were miserable. They're like 15 degrees. I was all layered up.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll
Broncos
never
do come to Arrowhead
understand
when it's really cold.
Yeah, I'll never understand the thrill of being at a game in person like that, man. I tolerate the weather so I can be there. I do not enjoy it. So shout out to Joey Richards from Let's Talk Broncos. I'll agree with him on this. I go to a game, man, and I'm paying that kind of money for tickets now. I want to be overall pretty comfortable. And I know that might be an unpopular opinion. But man, this is a win for Denver, for Colorado, and I think like for the Broncos. And I know that everybody wants to talk about snow games, but most of this snow in Denver comes in February and March.
Yeah, it's not like that's not like really something that happens. Like
Not Buffalo.
if you're gonna play a sno game, it's gonna be when you come to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's gonna be. Like,
And
that's
name
when
me the
you're gonna play a
last
snow
great
game.
snow game that we had, that you think of. Wow, just the snow. I mean, was it the Patriots game in 2015? Like,
Yeah,
I guess so.
wasn't that a playoff game? That was like after the regular season was over.
No, it was CJ Anderson's run with
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't the playoff matchup.
It wasn't? Okay.
No, because Brock Osweiler was the quarterback for that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then I think of like 2003 on Monday Night Football against the Raiders, and they lost that game.
So 2 games in the span of 25 years.
Yeah, I can think of like real snow games. I'm probably missing some, but Denver's just not a snow game place. It's never really been that. So if you're outraged over snow games going away, be outraged over global warming.
I'm more outraged about losing out on like the beautiful sunshine and the mountains and the distant backdrop and all that.
Yeah, I hope because like at Mercedes-Benz, they have like it really open up to show the downtown Atlanta skyline and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this can be very glass heavy.
Just
so,
not so much that it's blinding on one end zone like the Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah, they might need to change the direction of it slightly. Because you want to be mindful of that, like where the sun is setting on the field. Because Jerry Jones still can't get that right.
Yeah,
Still looks terrible.
it is. It's awful.
Yeah. All right, Stress. Thanks for talking overtime with me, man. We'll be back next Thursday to talk about it. Go subscribe to Broncos Hub in the comments. Thank you guys for being in the chat. Have a wonderful week. Go Broncos.
Let's go Broncos.